everyone, welcome to Coach Mel's. I got the timer out today. That means interval training. So we've got 5 moves. We're going to do some upper body, some lower body, some core, and we're even going to throw in a little bit of cardio at the end. So the timer is out and ready to go. I'm going to show you the moves first so that when we get ready, we can just go right into it. And we're going to go through this sequence 2 times. We're going to do 30 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. You can do this with or without weights. Some of them you don't need the weights at all, but I do have a couple of weights that I'm going to go over there and grab before we start. So we're going to start with cross punches and overhead. So you're going to hold your weights. Let me get mine so you can see. You're going to hold your weights. Ooh, they blend into my shirt. Up in front, we're going to cross. Make sure you're rotating on that back foot. Cross. Then you're going to come to the center, overhead. So it's cross, cross, and overhead. That's the first one. We'll do that for 30 seconds. Then we're going to do a squat, reverse lunge, squat, push up through those heels, squat, reverse lunge, squat, push up through those heels. We're going to come down to the floor for a plank row, or renegade row as it's referred to, and the leg lift. So you're going to go on those weights, and you're going to row, row, and lift, lift. All right, and we're just going to keep doing that. Then we're going to come down to a bridged tricep press and skull crusher. So you're going to bring yourself up in that bridge position. You're going to start with your elbows right by your ribs. You're going to press up. You're going to do that skull crusher, bending at the elbows, bringing it back down. So we're working the glutes and the abs, holding up that bridge. We're working the triceps as we go into those 2 tricep moves. Tricep press and our skull crushers. And then we are going to finish with little mountain climbers. All right? So you want to pump those legs as much as you can. Keep that back nice and straight. We will go through that 2 times. We have a little bit more of a break when we come up from our mountain climbers to start those cross punches again. But we got to get ourselves warmed up first before we start doing this. Like I said, you don't have to use the weights. If you have someone you want to grab them, that's great. All right, let's get ourselves warmed up, get that blood flowing. Good, good, good. All right, tap out, reach those hands up overhead. You can do a full jumping jack here if you want. We got more cardio coming up. I don't need to get you too tired right off the bat. All right, couple little pulses. 1, 2, 3, bring it up. Come down, 1, 2, 3, bring it up. Good. 1, 2, 3, and up. 1, 2, 3, and up. Good. We're going to reach across, which this is going to be part of our first one. Coming across. And we're going to take a couple of steps back, reaching those arms up. Really reach up towards the ceiling. Get a big stretch there, as far as your shoulders will allow you. And then switch. Up and switch. All right, let's get ourselves ready. If you have weights, go ahead and grab them. I'm going to get that timer started. And we are going to be starting in 12 seconds. Okay, so cross punch overhead. We're going to start with those weights right out in front, over our wrists. Here we go. Cross, cross, come to center, and up. Cross, cross, center, and up. Good. Steady yourself in the center. Engage your abs to stop that momentum. That's it. And up. If any time the weights get too heavy, if you're using them, just put them down. And resting. All right, squat to reverse lunge. We're going to alternate our sides on this, but we're going to start in that squat, sink down, step back, come forward, and then stand, sink down, and go back on the opposite side. All right, in 3, 2, and 1. So it's down, step back, get nice and low, and then push up through your heels. Down, back, in, and up. Down, back, in, and up. Keep going, down, back, in, and up, down, back. Good, we got 10 more seconds here. Make sure that you're alternating legs each time. Get yourself nice and low, take a big step back, and 1. All right, coming down to the floor for our plank row and leg lift. If you need to, you can do this from your knees as well. I'll show you both ways. So you're gonna bring yourselves onto those weights. You're gonna put yourself in that nice plank position with your back nice and flat. Make sure that your back doesn't arch. We wanna stay nice and flat. We're gonna row that elbow right by the rib, by the ribs, lift and lift. Row, row, lift and lift. Now if you need to from the knees, it's right here. Row, row. Keep that back nice and flat, lift and lift. It's the same movements. I'm just starting through my knees. Good, we got 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna go onto our back and put ourselves into that bridge position. So your heels are gonna be up close to your glutes, and you're gonna bring those elbows right back down by your ribs. Hands are directly over your elbows. Bring yourself up into that bridge, press straight up, bend, up, bring it down. We're gonna hold that bridge up the whole time. So I want the weight in your heels, and you're squeezing the glutes. Keep those elbows up. You're just bringing those arms back until the top of your arm gets to about a 90-degree angle. Back and up. And up. And rest. All right, we just gotta roll over. We're gonna get back into that plank position. We're gonna do a mountain climber. So you're bringing one leg in at a time. We're not climbing, or we're not jumping and switching them. We're basically doing a run just in that plank position. One leg in at a time. All your weight over your wrists. Bring one in and then the other. So you're replacing the foot before you kick the other one out. Keeping your head nice and neutral, looking right out in front of your fingertips. And keep that going. Keep your back nice and flat. Now, if you needed to come down to your knees, you would do a tap out. Okay, keep yourself nice and flat. Tap out is an option. You can't really bring your knees in when you're on your knees. And rest. All right, we have a little 30-second rest here, and we're going to do all of those moves again. So we're going to start with that cross punch, and overhead. If you have weights and you're using them, bend your knees to pick them up. And we are starting in 10 seconds. All right, weights are coming up to right in front of your shoulders. Your feet are about hip width to shoulder width apart. In 2 and 1, here we go. Cross, cross, and then overhead. Cross, cross, overhead. Good, good, good. And up. Cross, cross, and up. Coming right out at shoulder length or shoulder height there with that punch on each side. And overhead, resting. All right, bring those weights down. Squat to step back, then bring it in and stand up. All right, starting in 10 seconds. Standing nice and tall as we go into that squat. We're gonna sink down into our heels and then step that foot back. Here we go. Down, back, in, and up. Other side. Down, back, in, and up. Down, back, in, and up. Good. Keep that going. 10 more seconds. Good. Really push up through those heels. Nice and controlled. We're not in a rush here. All right, we're coming down for our plank rolls. Plank rows and leg lifts. All right, so we're gonna make sure that those wrists and shoulders are in a nice straight line. We're gonna put ourselves up into that plank position in 3, 2, and 1. row. Keep the elbow nice and controlled by the ribs, and then lift and lift. Row. You want to make sure that your body is not swaying side to side on those rows. If at any time you need to, you can go down to your knees. Lift and lift. Row, row, lift, and lift. And we've got 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're coming down to that bridge position. So lay back. Your elbows are right down by your ribs. Wrists up above your elbows. We're going to push those hips up. We're going to start with that tricep press and then a skull crusher. So it's up, coming back. You're not bringing those weights all the way down to your shoulder. You're just bending till that arm gets to about a 90-degree bend, and then back up. Up, push that up through the triceps, elbows down by the ribs. You should be brushing your ribs as those elbows are going up and down. That puts the movement into your triceps. Good, squeeze and relax. All right, last move, we gotta do those mountain climbers again. So remember, we're gonna get ourselves into that good plank position again so that our wrists and elbows and shoulders are all in a straight line. We're gonna keep that back nice and flat and pump those knees, one and then the other. We're here for 30 seconds. Keep yourself moving as quickly as you can. All the weight coming right down from your shoulders into the palms of your hands. Looking right out in front of your mat. Keep your head nice and neutral. Keep it going. And we've got 4, 3, 2, and last one. Whew. All right, pause that timer because we are done. Take a couple of deep breaths there. We're going to do a quick little stretch, and then you can get on with your day. So bring those feet together in front. Your knees are out nice and wide. Sit up nice and tall. Now you can press out on your thighs if you need to. You can pull up on your toes, but you want to feel this in that groin area, the hip flexor area. Whew. For a quick workout, breathing hard here. It's wonderful. Feels good. All right, bring one leg out in front. We're gonna crisscross. We'll give a nice little rotation here. So come over that bent leg with the opposite arm. Little rotation, just do what feels good. And let's switch that over to the other side. So bend that knee up, comes right by your other knee, and then a rotation. All right, put both feet out in front. Let's give a little hinge forward. Put your head down towards your knees. Couple deep breaths here. All right, and let's stretch those shoulders. So I'm going to bring the arm across and then sink it down. And let's get the other side, sink it down. Good, reach that arm up, you're gonna bend the elbow, do a little tug back on the elbow. And let's do the same thing on the other side. Bend. And a little pull back, that's for those triceps that we work those skull crushers. And that is it for today. So this little routine that we did today is just a snippet of a class that I do offer here at Coach Mel's called the Big MAC. MAC stands for muscle and cardio. So we get a little bit of weights in there, we get a little bit of cardio in there by moving through those moves pretty quickly. We would have gone through that set 4 times, and then I would give you a whole new set that you would also go through 4 times. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed this little workout, and I hope to see you back here again real soon. Have a wonderful day, everyone.